Hey everyone, welcome to HEPPY. Now this big ass smile on my face is because I just landed back in Maryland after driving from Maryland to California, help out a little bit, and on our way back stopped at two nurseries. Natives of Texas, that's Dave, and the other place I stopped by, Willis Orchard, and that's in northern Georgia. This is what you look like when you drive 3,100 miles and don't change your pants. I don't know if you can see the Joker. I got it inside out because it's just so crazy looking. I didn't want to look too crazy going through my our brother's southern states. I want to look half-assed normal. But I picked up my girls.
Wait.
I picked up my girls from Texas and I picked up my girls from Georgia. Mason's Mayhaw, a native tree. Now that's a cultivar off a native tree. Largely southern states, but this one will grow up here in zone 7. And I started wanting to get into the Mayhaw crabapple for jams. I want people to see kind of the shape of the tree. When the fruit of this tree drops to the ground, you can mow it just fine. That's unlike maybe even a pawpaw. Might get big and mushy. A pawpaw. I'm trying to think of another fruit that's really big and gets awkward if you were to mow. But things like the Mayhaw and the crabapple, if you wanted to make some jam from the fruit or eat it raw, you can do that, or just let the fruit fall to the ground. It doesn't interrupt your mowing. You probably don't want this around a sidewalk. Trees like this, they're prolific fruiters. I'm really excited about this one. This is a white pomegranate. And yes, pomegranates grow in zone 7. And I'm really excited. The white pomegranate is the sweetest pomegranate. And that's why we got it. We want a pomegranate that doesn't have a ass kick pucker. A lot of our fruits, a lot of our native stuff is sweet tart or a little on the tart side. So I like to introduce as much sweetness as I can to kind of offset the many fruits we have that have kind of a tart bend to them. White pomegranate. So this is another girl we got from Texas natives. The description of it will be below in this video. It's either the Superberry or the hop tree. There'll be more about that in the link below. Becomes a rather large tree, and I thought it was just a unique tree, so we're introducing it to HEPPY. Okay, now this one I'm really excited about. I'm gonna line up. Hang on, I'll be right back. Woo! I'm really excited about these two girls. These are really unusual trees. They are native to North America. They're predominantly in Texas. This is a Texas mulberry, and this is a Texas persimmon. You can see clearly that the mulberry is deciduous. The Texas persimmon is also deciduous. So it's just going to take a little longer before the leaves drop off. It can grow as a bush. It can also be trained to be a single stem. You obviously would have to prune off everything at the base and focus on one stem. Now Dave down in Texas, wonderful guy, just a beautiful, beautiful nursery. He mentions that the raccoons will eat the fruit, then poop out. In their poop, there'll be persimmon seeds, and through that digestive process, they'll be like scarified or something along that line, where kind of but it's sort of like scratching the surface of the seed, roughing it up, and there's something about that action that allows that seed to germinate better. And so the raccoons do it by nature. Eat it, excrete it, and then in that poo is where you'll find more Texas persimmon. So healthy raccoon population probably means a healthy Texas persimmon population. Texas mulberry, I could not find anyone else growing the Texas mulberry. I'm so excited to get such a large specimen. I'm maybe 5'11" or so, probably shrinking. And so she's like 5 foot 8 inches. I just feel really, really thankful to have a Texas mulberry. She's molded pretty good down here at the stem, so we'll see how she heals up. You can see that she had some trauma on that stem, but true to the mulberry, they grow so damn fast. You can see the scabbing right here, and this is really where the plant's energy is. It's on the outside. Let me flip this around. That wood that you see on the inside is really this kind of a skeletal part of the tree, and you see it scabbing over this trauma here. You see it growing real well. So we got this loquat from natives of Texas. Now, we have loquats in Southern California. Willis Orchards has loquat also. Bottom line is, Dave over at Natives of Texas swears he's zone 7. Not exactly sure, but I think he's got a little microclimate action going down there. And the loquats do just fine. He's got 2 big 60-year-old loquat trees, or he's witnessed 60-year-old loquat trees in Kerrville, Texas. So, and they frost and they get cold down to single digits. So I say, hey, his price was reasonable. I got a soccer mom van. I got this wonderful multi-trunked, multi-stemmed, really one trunk, nicely spreading, two branches here, then 4. They will have a habit of sprouting out. So we're gonna get her in full sun. We're gonna see how loquat does here in Zone 7, Maryland. Now, loquat's a really cool fruit. I don't know if how many people had the pleasure of eating it. I don't really remember the flavor. It sort of reminds me of an apricot. That's what's coming to my mind right now. We used to eat them all the time in Southern California. Let's see how she does. We really want to grow native trees. And in the process of securing a creek plum and a Chickasaw plum, the creek plum from Dave down in Texas, and the Chickasaw from Willis Orchards, I came across a couple other interesting Japanese plum trees, and that's what we have over here. So I'm gonna get this collection of plum tree. They're just gigantic. Look at these. Look at these. So this is 2 plum trees right here, bare root. Just picked them up yesterday from Willis Orchards. We got the Satsuma, and the other one is called Methley. Okay, so I went ahead and got these 2 cultivars, but what I was really after was my natives. So what I have here is a small Chickasaw and a tall Chickasaw. Now, the Chickasaw plum, I think, is going to be looks like it grows upright like the Mexican plum, and the Mexican plum's another native plum. And just for the heck of it, while I was there, I got this American plum, and candidly, I'm really impressed with Willis Orchard's American plum. That's this stem right here, because it grows so damn upright. These really are not upright, as best as I know. I'm no major expert on native plums and how they grow, but the American plum is a little more of a sprawling plum. I'm going to show you this creek plum that I got. And this is sort of indicative of how the American plum grows. The creek plum, also known as hog plum, I believe. This is yet another native plum, native to North America. And you see it kind of wanting, you know, if you didn't prune off these branches here, they just sprawl. They go sideways as well as they go up. In fact, they're probably more likely to go sideways, forming a thicket. Very good plant for soil erosion along stream banks. The American is that way too. Okay, let's wind down a little bit. This is a little Mexican plum. What's so funny? It's my Mexican plum.
What is that?
You don't like Mexicans? I like Mexicans.
Yeah, I know, but
My Mexican
just a
plum.
stick.
Did you hear what she said about you, dude? Fucking looks like a weed, really. It don't even look like a plum. It looks like he sold me some greenbrier. He took the thorns off of greenbrier. I like the Mexican plum because it grows so wonderfully upright. The Mexican plum grows upright so quickly. Maybe it was a couple years ago, I came over here to HEPPY, and our Mexican plum was laying over on its side. The trunk could not keep up with the growth above it, and it just like flopped to the side. So yeah, gotta keep them pruned at the top until the roots and trunk get size. Also, when they're upright, it's great to get it out of the way of deer. That's another cool thing about upright. So yes, she's just a stick, and I put it against my shirt so you get a little bit of just how much of a stick. Let's follow her. I mean, it's November 2020. Let's see what our Mexican plum does. I don't think Maria's gonna be laughing. She's kind of short. So I'm gonna make a prediction. Maria might not even be able to reach the fruit in about 4 years. How's that sound? Take that. Making fun of my little girl. A couple more plants we got from Texas natives. This is another type of passion. Good call. Great job.
The leaf is similar.
Good call. We got the green one, the native one.
Mm-hmm.
This one's from Argentina. For you viewers without a little bit of Espanol in your arsenal, Argentina is Argentina. So this is Argentinian passion fruit vine. I believe the fruit is bluish. At least that's what the hell, Pablo. That's what Pablo told me. Pablo, I know where you live, dude. I know where you live. This is upright rosemary. We have not had good luck growing rosemary. This is our third rosemary plant brought to this property. This is by far the biggest rosemary plant, but the upright rosemary was the strongest rosemary through the winter down in Texas. So I got this girl here, by far the biggest rosemary we ever brought here. Rosemary really grows like a weed. So if a rosemary is in a comfortable spot and you're not overwatering, it's a Mediterranean plant. She does heat. She don't do water. She does ungodly amounts of sun and heat. You imagine that in like bread? Like, oh, it just smells so damn good. I'm so excited to get a real specimen. our prior specimens were maybe like that tall or something like that, and I left it outdoors. I need our plants to survive the winter. I overwintered them like I do with other plants, and I think they were just too young. They didn't survive the winters. We think this is going to survive the winter. This is a Mexican oregano. Hey, dude. All right. Smell this one. Whoop. And look at the little sprout. So I'm hoping she's, I gotta look around. See them little guys? She's really healthy. So I'm hoping she does okay over winter. I got some girls from my sister. My sister's a good provider. That's 2 different ones in this pot. Okay, hold it right there. What do you think? Marjoram? So I think that's marjoram. And I can't remember this girl. Damn. But it almost looks like the garlic onion that we grow here. Looks a lot like it. This is a blue mealy sage. Well, I liked her just for her color. Doesn't really have a sage, traditional sage smell. This one here, I cannot pronounce the name of this one. The name of it will be down below in the description. This is from natives of Texas. Now I think this is the soapberry. Berry, again, just kind of an unusual tree. I had an opportunity to pick it up. We got 2 acres here, plus we're in collaboration with our neighbors, and I just thought we'd see what she could produce. Gotta figure out the name of this one. It'll be in the video. Sorry, sis. And I believe these turn into pretty big trees. There's 4 of them in here, so we're gonna have to identify these and find a great spot for them. That's 2 different ones in this pot. Milkweed, which is like a crack for butterfly or something like that's like butterfly crack or something. Guys, that's it. Thank you for listening. Keep these roots warm. Happy growing. Please follow us. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to our channel. We want to keep these videos moving. And thank you very much for watching. Take care, everyone. Peace. And this is 3 little, now can you name them? What's that look like? That we already?
Yeah, the persimmon.
The Texas persimmon.
Again?
Well, it's like backup, man.
Okay.
I hope that's 3. Because you know I'm a little frugal. So I'm hoping that's 3. I hope that's a good raccoon turd down at the bottom there. And a good raccoon turd means good Texas persimmon germination that we picked for HEPPY. Let me pull up my pants.